Hi, welcome back, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Michelle, your Learn the Game coach. And if you have been with me for a while in this little series here that we're doing on our study guide, today we are on Section 5, Unit 1, Lesson 6. You got all that? Okay, you're going to have a test on it later. Section 5, Valuation and Market Analysis. We're talking about appraisal basics. And this is our final lesson before the test on appraisal basics, okay? We break this down into 6 lessons. So if you need to review any of these lessons, we have a video on all of them, and you can go through them and pick out what you need. All right, so let's continue principles of value. When we talk about supply and demand, you may have flashbacks to an economics course you took in high school or college. Let's stroll down memory lane a bit and discuss more economic principles that influence the value of property. Okay, let's look at our resources here. Principles of value is anticipation. The value of a property today is the current value of the total anticipated future benefits. For example, commercial property is leased for $12,000 per year for 30 years. The value of the property is based on the income that it is expected to be received in the future. Competition. The more similar properties that are on the market, the lower the price will be driven. Competition is related to supply and demand. The greater the supply, the more competition, the lower the demand and price. Less competition increases demand and drives prices up. Conformity is value is created and maintained when the characteristics of a property conform to the demands of the market. For example, a house built in the middle of a commercial zone would be valued differently than a house in the middle of a neighborhood made up of a similar house. Contribution, a change in the property impacts the value as a whole. Does converting a garage into a family home contribute to or detract from value? I mean, that would be in the eyes of the buyer. If somebody needs a garage more than they need a family room, then it depends on what you need, right? Highest and best use is the most profitable use that is both legal, conforming to zoning, and economically feasible. Plottage. The joining or assemblage of 2 neighboring lands parcels increase the property value. So you might have a lot of land next to you. You could build another house on, and that could be worth another $300,000. Regression. This is the value of a higher quality property loses by being near a lower quality property. This is where I would say I'm at right now, because I just had a fire right across and out my back door. So that means it will lower my property value until it gets fixed. So for the next 3 years, I will not be making a whole lot of equity. Of course, unless some miracle happens. You go into a neighborhood and see 2 burnt out houses, 2 house fires in the same neighborhood. It makes you a little cautious of what's going on in that neighborhood. It doesn't make the value of the neighborhood look better. It makes it look really trashy, so we have a regression. Even though we got high quality people in this neighborhood, we get a few bad apples, and it brings us down or keeps us at a steady state where we're at. We won't go up or down, we'll just stay where we're at until these homes get rebuilt. Progression, this is the value of a lower quality property, gains by being near a higher quality property. And this is where I'm going to be at my next neighborhood. I'm going to buy low and $1 million property in $1 million neighborhood. And that way I have instant equity. All right, progression and regression are based in the economic belief that it is better to have the cheapest house and the nicest neighborhood. Just what I just said. That's what I'm going to be doing next. Progression. Right? Yes. All right, substitution. A property's value is determined by what it would cost to purchase a similar substitute property. If someone offered you a car that's in the exact replica of another car, but it was $3,000 less, no worries there. That's my parrot if you hear him in the background. Nobody's getting killed in the house. That's my parrot. Okay, it would impact your perceived value of that car. I mean, why is it $3,000 less? Is something wrong with the engine? All right, so let's go through these. Anticipation, competition, conformity, contribution, a change in the property, highest and best use, plottage. There's a lot of stuff to remember here. We might just leave this open because I don't know how we're going to remember all this. Anyway, if you need this resource, be sure and contact me on my webpage, and I can email it to you for study purposes. Okay, it is the cheapest house on the block, but this is one of the most desirable neighborhoods in the city. That alone drives up value. This is an example of progression. That's where I'm going to be. I declare it. I'm declaring it. Growing up, Larry and his siblings spent every summer splashing around their in-ground pool. Now he is responsible for maintaining the pool. And it's not as fun when a crack developed. He decided to fill in the pool, then repair it. But now he's considering selling his childhood home. I mean, he's wondering what that action would have on the property value. I would say this. Okay, what an eyesore. You'd think if the bank had any interest in selling the property it obtained through foreclosure, it would make it a little more presentable. Broken glass, the very overgrown weeds. Then I would say fires in the neighborhood is a sign of regression. Okay. I know regression because I'm living around it right now. Not forever, just temporarily. Okay, let's see. Mario can't give away a 1/4 acre lot. Everyone is looking for more land, so he combines 2 parcels into 1/2 acre lot, which are selling like hotcakes. What did we say that was? I think we said it's plottage. Jane owns an empty warehouse. She's contemplating on whether she stands to be more profitable by keeping the industrial property or converting it to condominiums. Highest and best use. Ted will have a hard time getting his asking price, especially now that a similar price with the same floor plan has just finished for $10,000 less. Okay. If you need a screenshot, there you go. Build a story using the following terms. In Heather's neighborhood, the competition is stiff. She puts her house on the market, and within a week, 5 more homes were up for sale on the same street. Wow. Ted's house is in the middle of an industrial area. The house is more than 100 years old. It was not an industrial area when the house was built, but the neighborhood still influences the property value. This is an example of, I don't know if this is right or not. Let's see. Maybe I got them mixed up. No, I got them right. Okay. Okay, conformity. So they're changing the house to meet the neighborhood. They're conforming to whatever is going on around it. Okay, that's a good way of remembering that. Conformity. All right, so if you've been with me for a while, we went through the last 6 lessons right here. They all have different videos. And the next one will be the unit exam. So if you're interested in seeing that, it will be 14 questions, and those questions will be an example of questions that will be on your test. So it might be good to come back for the unit exam. I haven't taken it yet. So you'll be taking it with me, and I can't promise I'm going to pass it the first time. So it may be a long video. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next lesson you care to join. Thank you.